1 second, we're live. We're good to go.
Okay, welcome everybody. My name is Anthony of Vitamin C Photography, and I'm super stoked to go over just a little bit of my process, how I take pictures, some of my pieces. Our studio did close, our ballroom studio closed due to COVID, so as a result, we just have like a tremendous amount of pieces that, we just have way too many for our house. I just wanted to price them to move. I wanted to go to a good home. I don't want to just have them, sit in our garage and just collect dust. So these are heavily discounted items. The first come, first serve. So if you're watching on Instagram, the link's in the bio. If you're watching on Facebook, there's a link already in the post. So just click on that to buy. And then that's it. Some of the pieces I have more than one. I think there's just 3 of them, but a lot of them are I just have one of each. So if something you like, just grab it as soon as you see it. Okay, so I get tons of questions on my equipment, what I use. My surf photography housing is in the shop. So it was taking water the other day. So instead of like risking, oh, maybe I'll just screw it on a little tighter, or maybe I'll just do this, just thought I'd, send it in, have them look at it, because, electronics and water don't go very well together. But for my dive housing, so anytime you go diving, and actually when I started dive photography, I thought my surf housing would have been good enough to go diving, like it's waterproof, right? Like what's the difference? Until I took it like 100 feet below the surface and it started leaking. I was like, what the heck? Like, how far down did you go? It's only ready to go 30 feet. And I was like, oh, okay. So now I realized I needed to like really save up a lot of money, like a lot of money. Because these housings, when you go scuba diving, are, they can go up to 300 feet, sometimes even more. So I love this one. This is made by Nauticam. Not that it really matters, like the brand name, but whatever. Like, it's a tank. And I like being able to hold it with 2 hands. The camera goes inside of it, and that keeps the camera dry. The camera I use is this Nikon D850. This is my 4th one. I've flooded quite a few of these cameras already. So now everything's always insured, always insured, like everything I get, or I don't buy it. If I can't insure it, I don't buy it. So I love that camera. The resolution is just insane. With a nice camera like that, sometimes it's hard to, dial in the settings perfectly, because if you can either be really great or you could really miss the mark and nothing. So that can be really frustrating, but big risk, big reward kind of thing. I shoot photos with one drone, this Mavic Pro. It's so, like, sometimes I feel guilty. It's just so easy to fly, like, and you just got to put yourself in the right spot and an interesting angle. You take it, and the quality is insanely good. I was against drones for a long time just because the picture quality was not great, but as of 2 years ago, I felt like they've really stepped it up. For video, I like to use this one a lot. This is Mavic's first-person drone. So you have like the goggles. I think I have it set up here. Did I move them?
Hey Tony, just remember to show it to the iPad camera as well.
Okay.
Which is on your right. Yeah.
Yeah. So I had the goggles, but I must have set them somewhere. Anyway, so you have like the goggles that are like over your face, and you look really awkward if you're in a park or anywhere in public taking video, because you look like, you're in Back to the Future or a Terminator movie. So I kind of like try to find somewhere off to the side to be. But that thing flies like an airplane. So it's a ton of fun. It's DJI's first person drone. So it's not, they still have some kinks to work out of it, but it's super fun to fly. And it's just something really fun content to put on my feed sometimes for you guys. So I really enjoy it. That being said, let's party and get on with some of the pieces. Oh wait, nope. I got some more things I wanted to show you. So sometimes you see me do like a live feed, like surfing or whatever. So really, I'm just able to put my cell phone in this housing and just kind of do my live videos that way. Let me just angle this just a little bit over, because I'm favoring one video source. 1 second, guys. Thanks for bearing with me. Stand by.
There you go. Yeah, that's gonna solve
Okay.
it. Cool.
Okay. Where things? Okay. So yeah. So Aquatech makes this Axis Go. It makes it super easy to just like have your phone in the water. Again, only 30 feet. So anything that you get from them, you're not going diving with. So you need separate equipment. And that separate equipment to go diving with is this. I mean, it's like a monster. This thing weighs probably like 5 pounds. And believe it or not, I actually lost my phone in the ocean in California last week, in Monterey Bay. I was diving and I had it secured in my belt, secured. But when I went to bend over, it fell out and I didn't know it fallen out. And 10 minutes later, you know, I'm some video and it wasn't there. So an hour of me just free diving. I wasn't snorkeling. I wasn't scuba diving. I was free diving. So, you know, go up, take a big breath, search for the phone. Go up, take a deep breath, search for the phone. I found it. I freaking found it. Out in the ocean. Like 50 minutes later, I knew I could not come back to the hotel to my wife without my phone. Not only not the phone, but this housing is, I mean, this was like $500. So not only the cost of the phone, but I would have lost the housing, all the pictures and videos I took from the trip with my phone. So like I would have stayed out there seriously like 4 hours to not go back empty handed. But luckily I found it. That's the second time I found my phone at the bottom of the ocean. Now I found the tether and this will not happen again. This will not happen again. So 2 times at the bottom of the ocean is enough. So also, since like getting into diving a lot, I guess I don't need to go over that. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. That'll take too long. Okay, let's just get into the pieces that we have. So our first piece that we have is called All Aboard. And growing up, I did like a ton of train travel with my family, and this kind of just reminds me of a train bridge, even though it's downtown Jacksonville Main Street Bridge. I took this with my drone, the drone I just showed you. I usually, you know, try to get up at like 5 in the morning most mornings to shoot because I want to catch the sunrise. Not only the sunrise, really like the 20 minutes before the sun comes up is usually the most color, but this was probably just after. I just love the symmetry, the colors, the pop. Just like flying over this bridge. I don't even know if I really was supposed to like be flying where I was, but you know, I'd rather just do it and let someone tell me not to do it after I've done it than to ask permission for everything. So yes, this is downtown Jacksonville, right over the Main Street Bridge. Love the color. This is printed on metal. This thing is like, I know you can't tell, but this is so lightweight. Like you don't even need a big nail to hang this. It's pretty easy to hang. You just need a small nail, one. You don't need to get your calculator as far as like, if I put one on this side and this side, will it be level? No, just one, and you can just boom, right on top. Super easy, super lightweight. The metal prints, and I have quite a few to show you today, the colors really pop. They are really vibrant. So this is a metal piece. The price I think is posted, it's $290. Normally this piece, let me think, I have a sticker. Yeah, so I grabbed it from the surf shop this morning. It's $350. Now it's $290, and we're gonna have this sale. These prices will be good up until Wednesday, I believe. So $290. It's first come, first serve. All right, moving on. All right, the next piece is also Jacksonville. It's a local bridge. This is the Dames Point Bridge. They built this bridge, the suspension bridge, kind of like, looks kind of like the Golden Gate. When I post this picture, a lot of people are like, "Are you in San Francisco?" I'm like, no, I'm still here. So, I mean, this bridge is just gorgeous. I mean, it just kind of speaks for itself. So again, this is sunrise here in Jacksonville. It's super quiet, you know, when I'm shooting. Just love how the colors pop, and you can see the pink in the background. Again, this one's a metal too. So what's the price on this one, guys?
Also $290.
Also $290. Yeah, so for this size of a print, it's going to be $290 if it's in metal. And again, this is super lightweight. There is these like little, I don't know if you can see, but there's these little like felt like thing to protect your wall, so you don't have to worry about that. So super lightweight, one nail. It's easy to hang. Just, I love looking at things like this. They kind of just remind me of home. Boom. All right, moving on.
Next one, it's also $290.
Okay, sweet. Okay, so this one is a local marsh here in Jacksonville. I took this in Castaway. If you're from here, you're probably very familiar with it, but a lot of my followers are not. But anyway, I just love the way the light and the trees can reflect off the water, just especially really early in the morning. So a lot of things have to come together for a shot like this to happen. A, it has to be high tide. B, there has to be no wind. C, there has to be no cloud or very little clouds. And then D, the sunrise forecast, which the sunrise forecast I use has to be good. So all those things kind of have to all come together to even try, a shot like this. And, just got lucky. All the things did, and I was in the right spot at the right time. So again, this one's $290. It's called Florida Gold. First come, first serve. Again, this is another metal piece. So same thing I've been saying on the other ones. It's lightweight. It's ready to hang. It's not going to take any effort at all. So if it's a piece you want, just claim it. All right, we are moving on.
Same price on the next one.
Okay. Also, this is I guess we're starting out local. So this is local, Jacksonville as well, Cityscape. This is probably one of my favorite shots that I've taken of our skyline. And it was really, I can take but so much credit for it. The colors were just amazing this morning that I shot it. I know the lighting in this garage maybe doesn't do it justice, but yeah, it's pretty sick. I was just standing on the bridge, and oh, funny story about this picture. So this isn't with the drone, but I had my drone flying at the same time, and I was nude flying it, and they always say line of sight for your drone, so you have like the radio signal, like reach your pieces of equipment, and a lot of times I'll get away with mild things that I think don't apply to me. So I was like, oh, line of sight, okay, I'll just fly around this building, and it said connection lost. And I didn't have much battery left. So if you don't establish connection before the battery runs out, that thing is dropping straight down. I was running in my flip-flops across this bridge so fast, I probably almost fell off 3 times. And I established connection, landed it, and then I just took some shots with my Nikon camera instead of the drone. I was like, oh my gosh, okay. So yeah, so I'm constantly pushing my equipment to the edge. I buy things many times. But this one, yeah. So here we go. Link is in the bio or it's in the Facebook. Okay, this next one is called Jelly Time. And this is our first canvas piece that I'm showing. And this one it's going to pop off your wall a little bit. It's pretty thick, but it's super lightweight. It's only going to take one nail. I don't know if it has like the tooth system over there. It's super easy to hang. So this picture, Jacksonville ocean, is hardly ever clear. So I got really lucky, the fact that it was, and just ducked down underneath it and just was trying not to get stung. And this day I did not get stung. Many days I do, actually. When you're out there in the ocean shooting waves or shooting whatever, I never know what's going to happen. I've gotten, concussion from my housing hitting me in the head. I've been stung a gazillion times. Crabs are going to bite at your feet. So just know we go through lots of work to get you really great photos, us ocean photographers. So this one's called Jelly Time Canvas. Normally the price of this one, let's see, is there a sticker on here? It's $350, and what does it go for today?
$275.
$275. So heavily discounted. Jelly Time, this canvas, one of my favorites. Okay. Okay. Next one, Rolling Hills.
Stealth mission.
Okay, mission. I'm in the wrong. Okay, yeah. Standby group. Okay, so this is a larger metal piece that I'm pulling up next. It's called Stealth Mission, and you'll see why in a second. Well, anyway. So this is kind of like, am I holding it down? Yeah, I am holding it upside down. Okay, so this is kind of like an abstract piece. So this is a wave, and really I just wanted to highlight the streaks of light that you can see that shoot up the wave, and then just kind of black everything else out. So I like pieces sometimes where you really have to engage it to see what it is. And people ask me all the time about this piece. There's a piece that hangs up at a restaurant like this, and they're like, this is one of our most talked about pieces. So this is Stealth Mission, shot right here, Jacksonville Beach Pier. This piece is a little larger. It's 24 by 36. And
right now it's going for $450.
450. So usually a metal that size will go like in the 600s or 700s. So this is heavily discounted. I love this piece, and I would love to go to a good home. So just if you look good in yours, just let me know. All right, guys, this is Stealth Mission.
Moving
Covert
on
Ops.
to Misty Morning.
Okay.
And that one goes for 390.
Okay. Okay, so if you're from Jacksonville,
Oh,
if
this
you
one's
surf,
framed. That's so cool.
you definitely know this location. So these are what we call the poles. This is a framed piece, so it's going to be a local pickup only. I'm not as skillful as some professional shipping companies, and it would break my heart if someone ordered it and it showed up damaged. So this is 24 by 36. Let me back up a little bit. Framed piece. Let me level it. Cool. So this is the poles. This is this morning was super foggy, and I just had to put the surfboard back in the car, grab the camera, and make sure I got this shot. And this is actually one of my wife's favorite shots. It was like probably one of the first ones in our house. So Misty Morning, 24 by 36. So if you live in Jacksonville and you like this piece, it's for local pickup. And everything I'm showing you is local pickup. But this one and the ones that are framed, I just don't feel comfortable shipping them. I just would not, I just wouldn't want anything to happen to them. So just let me know if this is a piece that you want. And then all the local. So if you're here, if you live here in Jacksonville, it's going to be a free local pickup, and there'll be no shipping costs. See you guys.
All right, now we're moving to Cold Splash.
Oh, sweet.
And that one, it's also 390.
Okay, so this one's 390 as well. Also local pickup only because it's framed. This is Cold Splash. To get this shot, you basically hold your camera right in front of the wave as it's about to smack you in the face. That's exactly what happened. So you get a few of them and you check the viewfinder of your camera and you're like, is it good? After like 3 or 4 of them, you're just kind of done. So the goal of a shot like this is just really like that moment as it's breaking and you're standing right underneath it. And it doesn't matter if it's a big wave or a small wave, it's gonna hurt. And it kind of did. But anyway, so this is 24 by 36, same size as the other one. It's framed, and it is, we said 390?
390, yeah, that's it.
390, yeah. So local pickup, if you're here in the Jacksonville area or want to drive to the Jacksonville area, I will not discriminate. You don't have to be from this area code if you're willing to drive here. Cool. All right, so we're moving on. All right, which one's next?
Morning Wraparound, number 10.
Okay.
And that one goes for 525.
Okay, this is one of my favorites. Actually, yeah, it's like in my top 3. So this is like in surf photography, what you're trying to get. You're trying to get the barrel right as it's crashing over. You want to be tucked deep inside and kind of get this kind of look. And for us in Jacksonville, when the sun's coming up, like probably 30 minutes or so after it comes up, like the sun has this diagonal line that's going to come through the water. So that's why you see like in the corner how it's like red, and then on the other side it's blue. Like I really didn't do much editing the color or at all, really. That's just what it looks like. So one advantage of us not having clear water is that it picks up, the camera's going to pick up the form pretty good. Sometimes when I'm shooting in clear water, it's like where does the water end? Where does the sky begin? But one thing about us, this murky water is sometimes you get really lucky, and this was one of those days. So this is a 24 by 36. So it's of the metals that we're showing today, it's one of the bigger ones. But that being said, it's not like the framed ones that I just holding up. This one is still relatively light. Like I wouldn't put the smallest nail in, but just a regular sized nail, you still only need one, and it's going to hang just fine. So this is Morning Wraparound, one of my favorites. But I would love for it to be in a good home than me just like hoarding it in my garage. So there we go. All right. Next is, I think this one.
Cover it up.
What is it?
Number covered up.
Okay, covered up.
Yeah, number
Okay,
11, and that one
got it.
goes for 250.
Okay. All right, so this one again, like in surf photography, kind of what you want to get. Like it wraps, like the form is almost, well, no, it's flawless. Like you want, I mean, you're looking for this. This is what you're looking for. It's there. So this is a canvas. It's gonna pop off the wall. It's super lightweight. It's gonna be easy to hang. Like it has like the just one nail in the middle for the tooth. Normally it's already been discounted, but like today it's going to be 250, I guess until Wednesday. Yeah. So it's not going to take up a lot of space, super light, easy to hang. This one's called Morning. What is this one called?
That's covered up.
Covered Up. Yeah. Covered Up with
Yeah.
water. So,
Yep.
yeah, cool.
We have Home Sales Florida Kids saying, love the colors on Instagram.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. I think it's Perspective next.
Yeah,
This one's
perspective.
next. Cool.
That's the one.
Okay.
325.
All right. So this also like, so some days, well, every day, I usually go with the goal to shoot like those two barrels you just saw. But I mean, obviously the waves aren't doing that every day. So sometimes I'll bring like this reflection orb or just something to kind of get like an artistic perspective of our oceans or our sea or something like that. So this is our local Jacksonville Beach Pier. Before they started all that construction and kind of looks kind of jacked up right now and for the hurricanes. But so just have the orb right there in the water, right on the sand. And as soon as the sun hits a certain spot, you know, it kind of gives us this color. So I made the back black and white, but I made the orb in color. And this is actually, I really love this piece as well. And the price of this piece is
325.
$325. So $325. It has a sticker. What does the sticker say? Yeah. So it was in the shop for $350, but on the show it's going to be $325. It can be yours if the price is right. Okay, cool. Moving on.
Moving on to Rolling Hills.
Sweet. All right, our next one's called Rolling Hills, and I like this one a lot because it doesn't even look like our beach. It looks like a monster, and our waves don't usually have like that monster-esque quality, like where it's just thick and like powerful. But this is one of those mornings where it was, and also like I'm having some purple in the sky. It's nice. I really like that. So this one's called Rolling Hills. Kind of has like a Rolling Hills look, but like it has like some bite to it. So this one usually, what do we have it priced for? Usually it's 360, but for today, it's how much? 325. Cool. Yeah. So 325. This is a canvas as well. It already has the wire, so some of them have the teeth, but this one has the wire. Super easy to hang, like insanely easy. So easy even a caveman could do it, kind of thing. Cool.
Scary photo, dude. Scary photo.
Yeah.
So we're moving on to Cresting Over. And
okay,
this
so the next one
for
we have
780.
Oh, sweet. Okay, yeah, that one. Nice.
Yep.
Okay, so forgive me. You're going to hear me say this is my favorite one lots of times, and that's okay, I think, if you're a photographer. But this one might be my favorite one as well. So this is acrylic, so it's a little heavier than the metal pictures I was just showing you. This, I mean, as far as form goes and color goes, I just don't know how it gets better than that. So you have like the lines coming through, the curvature. You can see the sun like reflected into the water. You can tell it's morning. Well, if you're from the East Coast, you can tell it's morning, and it is. It's not California, or else it would be, you know, the West. It would be evening. But I mean, as soon as I took this shot and saw it in the Wayfinder, I think I was just like, okay, I can go home today, because you just know you got a good one. So this one's called Cresting Over. Again, you'll hear me say it a lot today, but this is probably like my favorite one. So it's acrylic, and it's going for
780.
790. So 790 for an acrylic that's this big, which is 24 by 36. That's like a steal. So if you're into stealing, then then grab this one. All right, guys. I won't tell anyone.
Moving on to Dorian's Hammer.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
That one,
so the next one is during a hurricane. So Hurricane
250.
Dorian, you said how much?
250 for that
250.
one.
Okay, this is during Hurricane Dorian, and like the bridges had just opened, and I got in my car and went down, and there was actually people surfing these waves that day.
Oh wow.
People, onlookers, were taking bets of whether they were going to make it past this first break, and 90% of people didn't. I don't even know how you even attempt to paddle out unless you are awesome. Like, unless you know what you're doing. I mean, there was people I knew paddling out. I was like, what are you even doing? Like, you're going to die. For me as a photographer, the most dangerous part of taking this shot were like the trillions of ants that were crawling on my feet. Like of course there's lots of people looking, so you can't, there's only but so many spots you can stand. So I was basically like doing the cha-cha in place, like just like stepping on fire ants, but yet I didn't want to move because, I mean, look, it was like awesome. So yeah, I mean, I love chronicling like hurricanes when I get a chance to do it. And I just love like the power of the water. Just kind of reminds you sometimes how small we can be. So this is Dorian's hammer. I think it's appropriately named. The price is
250.
250 for this one. So it's a canvas. It's going to pop off your wall. And again, it's like super easy to hang. It has the teeth. I mean, it's just a small nail will do. So, super easy. All right, moving on.
Moving on to morning pan.
Okay, yes. Okay, I know I've said this is my favorite one like 5 times already. You gotta allow me to say it a couple more times. I mean, I'm gonna print out my favorite ones, right? Okay. So this is Jacksonville Beach, one of those like awesome sunrises. And the technique to get this shot, you just pan your camera on a very slow shutter speed, but it has to be, I mean, your hand has to be super steady, or you have to be on a tripod, and the tripod can't be cheap either because like any wobble and these lines will break up. So, I mean, just the color is phenomenal. Like when I see a day like that and the waves aren't breaking the way I'd love to, then I got to try to figure something else to do. And this was that thing. And I'm so glad I did, because again, I mean, it just came out wonderful. So this is going to be on a metal. I think it's 20 by 30. Yeah, 20 by 30. And again, it's like ready to hang, super lightweight. It's going to pop. I don't know if you can, let me hold it so you can see it. So there's this little wood like separator too, so it's going to pop off your wall a little bit. That metal's not going to be pressed up against your wall. Not only that, but like it comes with like those felt little corners things too to protect your wall. So this is called morning something. Morning pan. Yeah, morning pan. So I hope this one finds a good home. You know the steps to do to make it. If not, just write something in comments if you need help. We're more than happy to help you. Cool. All right.
Moving on to Lonely Wave. And the
All right.
price for that one is $290.
Okay, so this is a canvas. This one's $290. It's called Lonely Wave. What makes this shot unique and why I printed it out is because it's the only one out there. It's the only wave. Like in Jacksonville, or like a lot of times on the East Coast, I mean, it's like wave after wave after wave, and it would be hard to get like just one in the shot. So one thing, it's like when you're looking at a surf report, it's called a wave interval. Usually, a wave interval is the time in between two waves. We get like 5 or 6 seconds, and it wouldn't be this clean. But I think a day like this, it was like 13 or 14, which almost never happens. It means there's hardly any wind. There's a decent groundswell. So I just, I had to like do my best to capture the fact that that was what was happening here, and really pleased how it came out. I mean, like the morning was super bright. The sun was really strong, but I didn't get like that glare in my face. So yeah, this is 24 by 36, 290. As we said, 290.
Yep.
Yeah, so like it's actually a really good price for a canvas this big, 2 feet by 3 feet. It's one of our thinner ones, and super easy to hang. This is not heavy. Like it's big, like 2 feet by 3 feet. It's not a small, print, but it's very light. It's very light.
Now we're going to Standing Tall, and the price is also 290.
Okay, so this one's 290, same size. Oh no, this one's a little smaller. I think it's 20 by 30. So it's a canvas as well. This one's a little more like, it's a little thicker than the previous one. Again, it's any canvas that I'm going to show you, super light, easy to hang. Standing tall, so this is of that local spot, the poles again, but I just wanted to zoom in kind of just on the structures with the morning sunrise in the background. More of an abstract kind of piece, and I do like when you can use the ocean or things around the ocean to create an image that makes people like really question like, what is that? And then after they're like, oh yeah, I mean, especially if you're from here, you're like, oh yeah, I know where that is. This is Standing Tall, 290 we said?
Yep.
Yeah, 290, cool. So I hope this one finds a good home. I've had lots of people purchase this print online, but you can purchase it a lot cheaper, today. Cool. And this one, I think we do have two of those. So, but don't let that, make you think like there's a ton.
Flat together, 225.
Okay. So at the beach, that's how I feel like I'm starting like every story. So I'm at the beach. And I just like the way, there's this large conglomerate of birds just flying right above the sand. And I just love the silhouette and how it captured the sunrise and the water and the sky, kind of puts it all together. This is a canvas as well. And this is going to pop off the wall a little bit, and it has the teeth. So, I mean, and it's a canvas, so it's super light. And how much is this one?
225.
225. All right, it can be yours for 225. This was priced in the shop at 270, but we're letting it go for 225.
Moving on to Spilling Over, and this one goes for 390.
Okay, so this next one's called Spilling Over. It goes for 390. It's a metal, and I just love like the shape as this wave's about to break. It's like where potential energy meets kinetic energy. You just know it's about to go down. And then also you can see kind of the cityscape in the background, the glowing of the sun in the face of the wave. And I just kind of love when the form kind of like comes together like that. So this one's, I think we said 390. It's 20 by 30. And again, I think we do have two of these. So if you want to get two, you can. I won't tell anyone if you want one for multiple rooms. But anyway, super lightweight. One also super easy to make a part of your home. Cool. Spilling Over.
Now we're moving on to Alarm Clock,
Ooh, yeah.
and that one's 390 as well.
Okay, so this is 390. It's a canvas. It's called Alarm Clock. Because I remember the water was so cold when it hit me in the face. It woke me like right up. Like I didn't need any coffee or donuts or anything after that. I was just like, whoa, that is cold. But like the way the light is reflected off the face of this wave, I kind of like, that's super rare. Like you hardly get like the white, the green, the blue, the red. That's what's so cool about shooting early in the morning. Just the way the light is going to reflect off the water. It's like different every single day. So this is Alarm Clock. It's 2 feet by 3 feet or 24 by 36. This one's a thinner one. It is like insanely light. So this one's Alarm Clock. So if you need an alarm clock situation in your bedroom, this probably wouldn't be the worst first thing to see in the morning.
All right, moving on to Hope, and this one goes for 290.
Okay, this is called Hope. It's 290. This is a canvas as well. It's a little thicker, but like so I was standing right behind one of the pillars of the pier, and you can kind of like see the sun coming around as like a pillar of hope. That's kind of just how I named it. Kind of had like a Star Wars feel to it to me. But what I absolutely love is like the color burst and the color detail, and the reflective surface on the bottom of the sunrise and the top. So yeah, so 2 feet. Sorry, this is 20 by 30, and I think that how much was it?
This one goes for 290.
290. Yeah, so it's 290, 20 by 30, and it's called Hope. So I think we have two of these as well.
We have Abel saying great image on Instagram. I don't know if you
Cool.
know who Abel is. Then we go to good idea.
Okay,
Stunning
nice. Okay.
piece. Yeah.
Okay, this next one's called Good Idea, and this one is a framed print. So this one's gonna be for local pickup only. And you'll see why it's called Good Idea. Okay, so I mean, what this is a light bulb that's illuminated by the sunrise. And I thought that'd be a good idea to do that. So so I'm going obviously like, okay, I'm gonna get some big waves, but then those waves, aren't there that day or something's wrong with the tire or whatever. And I'm like, okay, but I'm already out here. So I had a light bulb in the car and I didn't even know it was like this. I'm gonna bring this up closer. It's like one of these antique kind of light bulbs, which made it even cooler. I didn't even know I had it, but for some reason I had it in my car. So it kind of made the day come together. So, I mean, you should see my car when I go to shoot, because I don't know what's going to happen. I just have to have everything. It's like seriously a 20-minute process in the morning of loading my car, because I have no idea what's going to be out there. Bringing both drones and all that kind of stuff.
You had a good idea that day, that's for sure.
Yeah.
All right, we're moving on to aluminum foil.
Okay, so this
Yeah.
next wave, okay, you gotta allow me to say favorite shot at least like 3 more times. So this is very early in my shooting career, and this many years later, I still love it. I'm a sucker for form. Like the fact that this is so clean, the face is so clean, and then reflective of all these colors makes me love it. And that's right here at the pier. Well, you have a little bit of pier in the shot, but I love the blue, the gold. It kind of looks like aluminum foil to me. That's why I named it that way. But yeah, so this is
250.
250. So this is on our website. This is one of our more popular pieces, and a canvas this size would go for like a little over 300. So the 250, I mean, I think that's pretty great. So just let me know if that's something that you'd like in your house. All right, aluminum foil. Moving on.
We have Inspiration Point number 25, and it goes for 290.
Okay, so this next one is a metal print again. This one's on one of the smaller ends. So this is gonna be 290. It is super light, like insanely light. My toddler could probably easily lift it. So this is Channel Islands, California. Sadly, that's where I flooded my camera. So I took this shot before I flooded it, and luckily the memory card was fine, but the camera was not. But anyway, so lucked out with getting this. I mean, if you can go to Channel Islands in California, it's probably one of the most beautiful places I've ever been, and I would highly recommend it. If I go again, I'll probably camp. That way I can catch the sunrise, because otherwise the boats don't get there until like 10 a.m., I think. But this is, I mean, I've done it. I've done this, and I have to do it again. Like, I want a redo. And also, the next shot I'm about to show you is like one of the 2 shots I got before my camera died in the water. And I mean, I would just love to have a redo of that, that kelp forest down there. Absolutely just exquisite. So this peak is called Inspiration Point. When you actually go, like, that point's called, this is called Inspiration Point. And I'm like, I can clearly see why it's called that. It's just so breathtaking. Yeah, so this is 290. It's metal, it's thin, it's super lightweight. We're moving on.
Can you remind people how to shop from Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, Anthony?
So yeah, if you're on Instagram, the way to shop is there's a link in the bio. Will take you directly to the page where all these are. It's a first come, first serve. So anything you see on that page is available. If you're on Facebook, there's a link on where this video is. YouTube, there's a link as well. So if you find yourself to that link and you're watching that page, if it says sold out, I mean, it's not available to you anymore. If it's something you can click on, then it's something you can click on and buy. Some of our pieces are more than one, but most of them are just one only. So I'll try to remind you guys to, as we end the processes as well. If you have any questions, put it in the chat and we will get it. I'll answer them best I can. But yeah, cool.
Cool. Olympic torch now, it goes for 290.
Okay, Olympic torch. So this is from the same spot. but underwater. So I was at Inspiration Point in Channel Islands. That was above. This is below. This is probably, I was still a happy person at this point. If you fast forward 30 seconds from when I took this shot, I was extremely depressed and was so for like a month. Because it was during the pandemic as well when my camera flooded. And I guess like because of the pandemic, a lot of people had gotten into photography, and my camera was not available for like a month to purchase. So I couldn't even purchase it. I was like, whoa, seriously? I guess there was a few options to purchase, but not with warranty. So after what just happened, I wasn't going to buy it without the warranty. So, and I've already used that warranty. So I'm like on the third one since that happened. But anyway, so underwater, and you just see like these like massive kelp forests. But this one, the light was hitting in a special way, and you kind of had like this glimmer around it. And, you know, I just got lucky. I just got lucky. So this one's 290 Olympic torch. It kind of reminds me of like the Olympic torch, how it looks. Cool. So again, it's a metal. It's super, super, super lightweight. Super easy to hang. I'll say it again. So easy, like a cave person could do it.
All right, we have burst of color. It's the next one, and it's 325.
What is that one called?
Burst of color. Yeah, that one.
Okay. Okay. So this next one is the canvas as well. This is 20 by 30 burst of color. This is one of the favorite shots I've taken of our local pier. I mean, it just kind of, I hardly edited this at all. Like, I will draw out the color that's already there, but I did not add color. People are like, oh, you like added? I'm like, no, dude. Like, if you wake up early, it looks like that. You just got to wake up early and go. And I mean, just so a couple things have to happen. A, it has to be low tide to get this like flat, low-lying water. And the wind has to be not super strong, and then the sunrise has to be good, and those things all kind of fell into place. So this one, you know, it's a little thicker than some of the other ones I've shown you. It's super light, like it's insanely light. So it takes one nail. So something you like, make it happen. All right, we are moving along in this show. We've got a couple more pieces.
I think we just have one left. So
we have one left.
Yeah, salty but sweet.
Okay.
Which is number 28.
So okay, for realsies, this is my favorite one. I've said it 6 times, but this is for reals. This is called salty but sweet. And you could just like, you know what I told you, like, well, if you're just tuning in, you wouldn't have heard it, but like 20 to 30 minutes after the sun comes up, you'll get this line. If the water is on the clearer end that day, and if the winds aren't super strong. But also you need to have a groundswell to get a wave like this. A lot of things had to fall into place for this shot to happen, and I'm just, you know, super stoked that I was in the right spot at the right time. Salty but sweet. This might be our most purchased item, or it's definitely in the top 3. So this is, I think it's 20 by 30. At the surf shop, it was going for, I don't even see. I don't know.
Right,
what is it going for here?
450.
450. So it's probably going for like 550. Surf shop. So heavily discounted. This piece is like seriously, like it just kind of speaks for itself. Like the form is there. Yeah, I just freaking love it. I would love to just see it in somebody's house and see someone enjoy it, house or office. Yeah, so salty but sweet. So those are all the pieces. So just again, like if you're watching from Instagram, there's a link in bio. Facebook, there's a link on the post. But I'll be posting like a summary of this show on all the platforms. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. If there's any questions in the chat, like I'll get to them now, but I don't see any.
No, we don't have questions. We just have like home sells Florida Kids saying all name it slash, and also saying it's beautiful, beautiful colors, but no questions so far.
Okay. This photography journey has just been unreal. Like if you would have told me 5 years ago that I'd be doing this and like getting to travel the places that I've traveled and seen some I've seen. Just last weekend I was diving with sharks, and I mean, surfing was an obsession of mine, and now diving's like my a new obsession, which is dangerous to have more than one obsession when you have a family. But hopefully, like, you know, just finding balance obviously is what you aim to do. But like diving with whales and sea turtles and all that kind of stuff is, when the waves aren't good, it's nice to kind of have another way to be connected to the water and the ocean. And I just try to, you know, showcase the ocean and our beaches the best way I can, and I hope that that comes through. So thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you for all the support. You guys keep me motivated and you keep me going. I love doing this. I love photography, and I love, you know, seeing my work appreciated and people loving it, and people, you know, oh my gosh, I have it right in my living room. It's right over my fireplace. I'm like, oh, really? That's so awesome. So if there's a piece you like, we're gonna have these prices up until Wednesday. But don't, if there's something you're on the fence about, I mean, these are first come, first serve. These pieces are also available on the website, not on these prices. But if there's something that you want that you saw in the show, jump on it. If you're in the Jacksonville area or come to the Jacksonville area, it's going to be a free pickup, free local pickup, where I'll just hand it to you and you don't have to pay any shipping. So that being said, you guys all stay safe, and I will see you in more adventures. Bye, everybody.
Awesome. All right, I'm just ending the broadcast here.